Hey there everyone, this is Nick here with Heat Haze Gaming, here with the package today and with my new setup. I just wanted to share it with everyone. Pretty sure I know what it is. I haven't double checked, but I am pretty sure. It's a game, well, I don't want to spoil it, so we'll just get right into it. This is a game that, I feel like it's held back in terms of gameplay, but I really enjoyed the story and the characters, so it really made me want to go back, pick up the collector's edition, and I didn't complete the game because it can be a grind, but it does have some of the more memorable characters that I've ever met in the game. Really unique cast in this game, I'll say. And good lord, they packed on the packing tape. Good gravy. This is rather tricky. Why did they tape the opening? Like, why? They had it in there. Good grief, people. I get you want your package to be secure, but packing tape is not the main protective source. You gotta have something besides that. Also, my little background here is from a little game known as Prairie Fencer Advent F. The artist that they got is none other than Yoshitaka Amano for that game, which explains a lot. He is the lead designer for the titles of Final Fantasy. He also does some character art, which is rather unique. I'll just move this so you can have a better look for a sec. That's some beautiful artwork, isn't it? Now imagine every character in the game having that art style. Kind of hard to imagine, isn't it? They usually don't take that kind of approach. So they did. Yoshitaka Amano was the lead character designer for Front Mission, the very first one. So they had some very interesting character art and stuff for that game. Some rather unusual depictions of a character. I'm pretty much just cutting straight tape here, if you're wondering what the heck I'm doing. Rather than pack it with more packing, they simply wrapped it, rewrapped it, and wrapped it again with packing tape. But they did have quick shipping, so I'll give them that. And this one isn't complete, or it's not brand new. Oh, it's a box within a box. So we got a box here inside another box. Let's just hope that there's not, well, I'm sure there's going to be the game box, but a box within a box within a box. Guess you could say we got boxes on boxes on boxes. Anywho, just rip that open, because at first I was thinking I wasn't going to be very impressed with their packing. But I think they went a little overboard, maybe. This is quite some packing. Now, and they use that good packing tape with the strings in it. So we shall continue. I'm just using, oh Lord, this wall scroll as a background because I don't really have a good place to hang it. Never whittle towards yourself. Be into the wind. Words to live by. Okay. That's the front. Gotta get the sides. Oh Lord, I hope I'm not cutting the package. But these strings are not easily cut. Okay. Yeah, and they got wrapped in some bubble wrap, so we should be doing fine here. So I would be rather depressed. This game, its collector's edition, is going for crazy high right now. Oh, a little thank you note. Just gonna hide all that. That's always nice to have. But this game's going for crazy high right now, and I completely undershot it by like what you would normally get a collector's edition for nowadays, and they just gave it to me. So I'm very happy about that. I am missing a figure, but I can get it separate at a later date. I just wanted to share this with everyone. And this is The Witch and the Hundred Knight. A beautiful little game by NIS America. I like the graphics for the game. I like the characters for the game. This is one of those few games where I just don't like the gameplay. They took a Diablo approach, loot-based character progression and stuff, and a lot of grinding for levels, and it makes the game is a grind fest. Nothing short of a Disgaea game, but yeah, The Witch and the Hundred Knight Revival Edition. You can get the PS3 version cheaper, but the PS4 one is the one that played, and I'm sure it's got a mode where you can play as Metalia, the witch, not Metallica, as it was advertised in the eBay advertisement. It's a beautiful little game. You don't play as Metalia, as you might expect from the cover. You play as this little guy called the Hundred Knight. And he runs off of life force and eats stuff so that he can be powered. I won't spoil much about the plot because I think that's where this game shines. But some very memorable characters that you just don't see anything quite like it. It's got a lot of Disgaea humor. There's a little eye. I love this game. That one's worried. Just a beautiful little game. And I really wanted it physically for my collection. and I'll probably pick up the second at a later date. I have yet to play it. Heard it's a lot of the same, but I'll probably go back and beat this one. And this collector's edition comes with a soundtrack, Metallia, the Dark Album, as it's called. Pretty awesome artwork, if I do say so myself. An art book. And look at all those little drawings. That little guy. I love that. Oh, and he gets like different forms as you're playing, and he can solve puzzles, and he runs around, and he just drags his arms everywhere. It's great. I love the little guy. And you can choose his interactions with the characters, and it's usually just like emotes, but it really does affect the characters' dialogues. And like their affection for you. I think there might be multiple endings. I'm not positive about that though. But I love the character design, artwork, and Metallia is not your usual protagonist. You play as the Hundred Knight, but he's just kind of like he does all the dirty work for Metallia. He is pretty much Metallia's familiar, and he goes and does all these wacky errands. It's kind of one of those stories that is just a bunch of random stuff put together, and it doesn't feel connected hardly, but it actually is. And if you actually look into the plot, it's rather deep. And it's pretty dark too. People die, and there's abandonment and just isolation, depression. It's pretty dark if you look into it. But this is, as the Hundred Knight, you get like 5 different weapons that you can equip. And the order that you equip them affects the combo that you do, and depending on enemies' weaknesses to such and such weapons, then it's more effective. You can use magic wands that shoot a little magic missile, a little projectile. But you can dodge and everything in this game, but it is a difficult game. And you have pretty much a stamina meter that depletes over time, and you have to eat enemies to replenish it. Look at these little chibis. They did that with Labyrinth of Refrain, another NIS America game that I got. I'll have to play it sometime. I'm a fan of NIS America. I love their games. The characters. Here we go. Metallia, the Hundred Knight's master and a genius witch who presides over Nibelheim Swamp. Some call her Witch Master. Her goal is to destroy her arch nemesis, the Forest Witch, and coat the world with swamp mud. As a self-proclaimed dark hero, she will go to any lengths to get what she wants. You can see all the character animations here. In like dialogue and stuff. Smoke like wisp, which flails from her hat, changes color depending on the commands she gives to her subordinates. The accessories around her neck, wrists, and ankles are bound with ribbon. The one around her neck is slightly smaller than the others. Then it says the size of her pants never changes. It's funny. But Metallia's like abusive to the Hundred Knight and downright mean a lot of times, but you see like some character development and you learn why she is that way. In a lot of games they just do it because it's funny, but in The Witch and the Hundred Knight, it serves a purpose for the plot, and it's just not something that you see done very well in games. And honestly, it's very intriguing. It leaves a lot up to, sorry, I'm just trying to clear this out, but it leaves a lot up to your imagination, kind of, which I think is better for it. but you see the plot lines being drawn kind of out of the scenes in the background, but it's just a very interesting game, and you get to see the different types of weapons and stuff that you get to use in the styles that the Hundred Knight can use. The Hundred Knight. This is you. The Hundred Knight is the immortal legendary demon that was summoned by the Swamp Witch. It is known to possess overwhelming powers, but if that is true, it seems a bit rusty. Yes, you are very weak when you start, and it is... The game is funny, because you're supposed to be this legendary demon, and here you are, this little cutesy little demon. Here's a good example. I mean, look at those eyes. You see the star? Oh my gosh. It's just funny, because you're supposed to be this all-powerful demon, and then there you are, this cute little character. And then, I never really understood Visco. Well, actually I did, it explains it, but like a girl who has been inflicted with a canine curse. So she's a dog girl. Like a paladin, pretty much. She is earnest, proud, and loyal. Despite that, some talk about her when her back is turned and have given her the cruel nickname Dog Princess. She is one of the church's inquisitors, whose mission is to convict witches deemed to be evil. However, in order to break the curse on her, she has decided to seek a witch's help. It's, you get to see a lot of the design choices, some fan service, but it becomes like a, starts off as what seems simple and becomes like a pretty deep plot, in my opinion. And, I enjoyed it. From what I played, it's just such a grind to get from one area to the next. You go to the next area, enemies kick your butt, and then you have to grind some more, get new equipment, level up. You finally beat it, and then you go to the next area, you have to grind. It lather, rinse, repeat. But the story, I remember, and it's a very good story in my opinion. Just the gameplay. But I will beat it one day. Lana Nia Lucchini. A friendly and optimistic shepherd from Tetara Desert. He belongs to a tribe of astrologists who possess the ability to gauge into the future. Arlecchino, a magic being that serves Metalia. He has been around Metalia for over 100 years, so he knows her personality quirks in and out. He is known for his derisive demeanor. He is never afraid to slide in a comment to mock Metalia and her more difficult personality traits. You notice how he's headless here? Yes. Is his head supposed to click into place? A magical power shines from within. Well, when he makes those comments to Metalia, she decapitates him on a regular basis. He is funny, one of my favorite characters, probably my favorite butler character in the game. But, and then there's the other great witches, which usually serve as key plot points and stuff. But they have some rather ample designs on these characters. But anyway, they serve for council and also are closely related to the plot. So I'm not going to delve too deep into it. But there's this lovely Lalula Lavili Lalula La, and her, she's super sweet, and then she's got this mean bunny over here, but they are very aggressive at times. Oh, his name is Lord Bunnykins, just FYI. Hilarious characters, lots of stuff to laugh at in this game. Quite some fan service, BT dubs, and just I loved all the characters I won't go too far into the plot because it's worth like watching a video on, I think. A quick little video on all the story sections if you don't want to put up with gameplay. Gameplay's okay, it's just a grind fest. And then it's got like all the concept art of the areas and stuff. The tower where you can play as Natalia. And this all stuff that was added in the PS4 version. Just all the concepts here. All the areas. You can only play as Natalia and the tower, which is like kind of like survival mode, pretty much. You go, or a roguelite would be more like it. But it adds another aspect. Gotta love some of these character sketches and stuff. Characters that never made it to the game. That's awesome. The Bone Goat Butler. Interesting. But, like, you fight these bosses, you think they're unrelated, then they play into your character's backstory, and they're also involved in a greater plot that explains Natalia's like isolation and her demeanor, and it just all wraps up into a complete story that you don't really see coming in a game like this with such memorable characters. I can remember each character looking at the character art. Anyway, just an interview with Mr. Nikawa. And he is the father of the Disgaea series. Which, this game has many similarities, I'd say, in like the humor and stuff, but oh, that's cool. Wouldn't that be cool if you got to play as him? I think that was kind of a poor choice. I would have loved to play as like something a little cooler than the 100 Knight. All the different design choices here. Sorry, I gotta find it. There we go. See? All these. That would be pretty cool. But I'll probably pick up the second at a later date. Anyway. Cool package. The game itself is going for like $50 now, so time to get it has pretty much gone past, but I got it. I have it downloaded. You can get it for cheaper. Oh, and it's got a reversible cover. I mean, I like the art of the front, but it's got the artwork from the music. No, I think this is from the last collector's edition, maybe. I could be wrong. But, let me just set that in there because this is pretty cool in my opinion. It's not very often that you find a reversible art cover that you actually enjoy, but that has some beautiful artwork. Either way, I think that's the one I'm going to be going with. And then there's our spacer to keep everything in place. That's a pretty cool little package. It's supposed to come with like a little figure that I didn't pick up because it's way too expensive now. But regardless, this is The Witch in the 100 Knight Revival Edition. You can pick up the PS3 version a little cheaper, but this is a good package. Love that beautiful artwork, the characters, and I am going to give it a try again someday. Anyway, this is Nick with Heat Haze Gaming. Thanks for watching.